trees.
Some new light has been shed on the situation. The shop neighbor over here, basically, he has a 2J GTE head, a GE head, and a 1J vvti head. So we're actually headed over to his shop right now to see. What's that?
Wow. Hey, wow. Oh, you said you got a shop next door.
Thank you.
Like,
Look at that, it's already missing valves.
Yeah, no, so this is I use this for mock-up.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you guys need something out of it,
We need one of those
pull that valve and just try it.
well, just take the head over and.
Okay. Do you mind if we look at your shop?
Yeah, man.
Cool. Yeah, when he said you had a shop next door. Look at this. Wow.
When I watched all the local stuff, I should have probably known.
A couple guys here.
When the neighbor said he had a shop, I didn't think he had this kind of a shop. So he has a 2JZ GTE head that he uses for mock-up on stuff. Has valves in it. We walk in here and we're like, oh, check this out. R35, freaking Huracan, 35, new Supra, 32, just all of them. I mean, you guys could see. M4. You got puppers over here. It's okay. This thing's nuts. So which cars are yours?
This one's mine.
Oh wow.
So
I mean that's a nice one to have.
I put down 2005 horsepower.
2005?
I was born before 2005. That'd be funny if I was like I wasn't even born then. Holy crap.
So we got two twin 67 66s. So 4.1.
In all the carbon you could.
All the carbon I could.
That's
Wheels and
insane.
So I wanted to build a car that can be show, but we can also like drag race it.
What makes 2,000 horsepower?
Every race car is a show car, right?
Well,
Not
that's
every
it.
show car's a
Not
race
every
car.
show car is a race car.
Exactly.
Dude, this thing's sick. That's crazy. Supra? Man, we walked into like a dreamland. See, it's not necessarily a bad thing, I guess, when you break your cars, because you get to meet really cool people. Trying to fix them.
We can fix your car when we meet really cool people too. Sure.
I know.
Yeah, Clayton messaged me and I was like, oh, I'm on my way back, so I'll see if I have anything for you.
Dino.
Clayton, actually, when he started welding, I was on another shop and he was like welding in the back of the shop.
Holy crap. I'm just in awe right now. Does this thing have some turbos on it?
Yeah, we did a Dallas Performance twin turbo kit on that.
Sick. So this has a Dallas Performance twin turbo kit on it. That's sick. No GED. Hey Ty, the guy who has this doesn't have a GED. Alright guys, so it's getting better. So we were just standing around talking about stuff and I was like, do you have a head gasket? And he went over there in the corner.
Not only is it a head gasket, but
It's OEM.
an OEM.
OEM one. So
Yes.
I think we're in business right now. So we have a head over there with a valve in it. Basically, we just need valve lapping compound and a drill and a freaking vacuum line. We'll just lap that valve, throw it in, check the valve clearance or the valve clearance on it. We have a head gasket. The only thing that would make this thing perfect is he's looking for head studs right now. So obviously they do 2J stuff. They do tons and tons of GTR stuff over here. You can see this one on the lift. His personal one makes 2,000 horsepower. Supras and freaking. So he's currently looking for the ARP head studs. But the other thing is one of Clayton, the guy that we're doing the stuff in the shop with, one of his buddies actually has a brand new, well basically from the machine shop, 2GZ, GTE, VVTi head, valve covers, cam caps, like everything, all brand new. It's all stock stuff, but is literally
Three-angle valve job already.
three-angle valve job,
yeah.
like literally ready to go, like from the machine shop. So that's another thing that I think would work because even the price isn't bad. So I almost want to do that head, the gasket, and if we could get head studs, literally like the 2J is gonna leave, they're gonna come back better than we started with. So look at the motor wall.
Yeah.
That's
Throw
great.
some motul in it.
Yeah, maybe we could start treating it right too. Throw some motul in it. And the other thing that he was saying too, obviously he does a lot of tuning here. He said the fuel here is absolute trash. He said it's like 90 to 91 octane, and it sucks really, really bad. And he said that there's a station right down the street that has 100 octane that they pretty much try to blend a lot of stuff with, or that he runs in like his personal cars that are on pump gas. So I think we're in business, Ty.
Yeah. I'm just looking at that like 540 over there.
So I guess this is an actual like legal Motorex car. So Richard over here at Harrison Performance, he absolutely hooked it up. So he has the stock Toyota 2JZ GTE head gasket in stock. He's given us the head to steal a valve out of, and he basically gave me the head gasket, which was super sick because he has like 10 of them from like customer like gasket kits and stuff. So huge shout out to Harrison. If you guys are in the Tucson area, Harrison Performance in Tuning, obviously you could see crazy GTRs, 2J RX-7. He personally likes like Mark IV Supras and 2J stuff, and obviously like his personal car just kind of stands out and absolutely speaks for itself, making 2,000 horsepower on like all this carbon fiber crazy stuff like that. So if you guys are in the Tucson area, or if you're not and you want to ship some cars in, you got a crazy build you want to do, some crazy stuff like this, give him a call. I'll put the link in the description. And again, huge shout out. I'll put his Instagram, hopefully Harrison Performance. I'll put his Instagram, and if you guys could go over there and say, hey, thanks for hooking up my boy Motion Auto and getting him back on the road, because I think literally we have everything to get back on the road now. Best case scenario, we could get some like newer parts, but I think that like we're gonna make this work. So super stoked. I don't think this could have worked out any better. Yes. So we got a race car Airbnb this morning. So we slept good, knowing that we should be able to get the car all done today. The guy with the cylinder head that we found is actually driving it down and is going to meet us at the shop here in about 20 minutes. So I just grabbed an Airbnb because we can't fit in anybody else's cars because they're all like 2 doors. And so we're going to rip over to the shop real quick. And I guess we're going to just get started and try to smash this thing together today. But really sick Airbnb. Ty, think we're gonna get her done today?
Oh, easy. 3 hours.
You think she's gonna be better than she was before?
3 hours and she'll be brand new.
All right. Well, all we gotta do is wait for this freaking boober. Look at that cactus.
Is this him in this Corolla?
No, it's a Honda.
Oh, good thing
What?
good thing you don't hit the gym no more.
The internet.
It worked really hard.
Yeah. Look what we got. So I think we probably got the luckiest we've ever got.
Yeah, right.
That like so literally this brand new refurbished 2JZ GT vvti head, brand new valve system seals, all stock, valve train and everything, but literally ready to go. ARP head studs. So
What's that?
I guess that's
Oh, we got studs.
we got it. We got some head.
Worked out perfect, man.
Where'd you find studs?
He had him. He had the head and
Hey guys, so we are in the shop and basically just gonna start thrashing on this thing. Got the old head gasket off it. Just gonna clean up this this mating surface. Axel, basically, he's another guy on the trip. He has this LS2 C6 Corvette. He actually blew an engine in it, so he's gonna be swapping the engine in it right here. I'm doing all the head gasket stuff, putting this thing back together over here, and it's 12 o'clock, basically noon. So I guess we'll see how fast we can both get these things together. I think he's gonna take a little bit longer than me, but hopefully have this thing back together and we can freaking drive it to dinner and drive it to the Airbnb tonight. And yeah, pretty freaking stoked. I just, it's absolutely insane that we were able to get this head, these studs, the gasket, everything to put this thing back together, literally like delivered to us here, which is nuts. So let's get started.
Alright guys, so Trevor's thrashing away. He's just cleaning the mating surface there on the block for the head gasket. But Excel's doing his Corvette and everything over there. Everyone's kind of hanging out in the shop here today. So I'm just gonna do a quick little walk around while we're doing that. And then Aaron was actually having some cooling issues with the SC. These MotionAuto, so they're got some extra fans. But what they're doing here, here at Fine Arc, I mean, you guys can see they do tons of like aluminum stuff, and their stuff is just beautiful here. So what he's actually doing is he's gonna triple pass this. So he's, notched it here, it's down, up, and then notch it there. And he'll just weld some plates in there and everything. So he'll convert this MotionAuto into a triple pass. So hopefully that'll help with Aaron's cooling issues in the SC. He'll be all ready to go. But a lot of stuff going on today. It's cool. Everyone's just kind of hanging out, being supportive. Super sweet environment and everything. So huge shout out to Fine Arc again for allowing having us and having the opportunity. So
He's not doing the build, and those heads are hard to get.
cars, this thing is sick. They have an E30 here with a SR. It's actually a VVL head and everything on it. Said it makes 480 on 91 pump, like 18 pounds. And this thing is just nasty. I heard them. They're out ripping it and testing it. It just rips. Sounds disgusting, but it's just super clean. I mean, you guys can see this is all their aluminum work. They make these SR, fan shrouds and everything here. Super clean. I mean, this being very wide body, it's just vert nasty.
There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want.
Alright guys, so I guess moment of truth, we're gonna hop in this thing and crank it for the first time and see if it actually builds compression on the back cylinder. I'm pretty anxious, so we're just gonna do it.
Yeah, compression.
What did it go up to?
130. Okay, try it again. We'll keep going.
Yeah, you gotta.
You gotta crank it like 6 times. Oh, so it's cutting you off?
So it's not gonna keep.
Yeah, it built like 120 the first time after like 4 cranks.
It did 120?
Yeah.
You 130 or something, you said.
125,
I thought you said 30. I was like, oh
No,
no.
130.
No,
It was like
yeah, 130.
125.
Yeah, it was still, and it could have climbed again, like, cause it hit the
Yeah.
first lick and it went to like 60, and then the second hit it went to
We can
130.
plug in that deal and see what she does. It's pretty much buttoned up other than the coil cover and the little breather tube. Basically, we're just gonna go ahead. We already put coolant in it and did a compression test. We're gonna fire it up. Should we put the relay in it, or did you already do it?
Just like that, bud.
She's back.
She's back.
Sick.
She's back.
Sounds good. Yeah, good job, dude. Serious, good job. Woo! Woo! Good job. I know you helped a lot, probably, or did a ton. Who did more?
Yeah.
You?
You're an animal, Trevor.
A little late.
Coolant's
Little late.
almost flat, too.
That thing sounds so good.
I think it sounds better than it did.
Really?
It actually does. It sounds a little smoother.
Well, it's like a brand new head. It's like all 3-angle valve job, new valve stem seals, everything.
How much was it?
1,200. And it came with ARP headsets, like,
But not having to pay overnight or like some rush fee or anything.
and he delivered it.
That's
Phoenix.
great. Oh, you had to. You didn't even get there. Is it ported or anything? No.
All right, guys. So we got the 2JL running. You guys saw running beautifully. Good compression across the board. Now we have it up in the air because Chad, we're gonna go ahead and do the diff, right?
Yep, we're doing the diff.
We're doing the diff. So went ahead and got GT Mustang diff. It's a 3.55, and right now this is a 3.1. So gearing hopefully is be a little bit better, a little bit less load on the engine. In third gear, it's kind of bogging a little bit, and it's loading way up. So hopefully this will just be that next fix. And the housing is a steel case housing instead of aluminum. So while we're here, we figured we'd just go ahead and switch it all out. So. All right, guys, so a little bit change of plans. Got a little crazy here and trying to do the diff on the ground. We had some issues, so we thought we'd just go ahead and drop the subframe. So we ended up putting it on the lift instead. So Trev, how's it looking?
Well, we're almost back together. So I goofed really bad, and basically when I installed these this diff bolt, when it was on the ground, I did it from this way. So when we tried to pull the diff out, it wouldn't drop down, obviously, because the bolt was touching the gas tank. So kind of a silly mistake, but we figured it out. I'm probably never gonna do that again. We basically just had to drop the whole subframe, yank the diff out. We have the 355 diff in here now. So just bolting in the drive shaft, tightening up some loose ends, and drop her down. Well, actually we need to throw fluid in it, and then ready for bed, man. We've been freaking thrashing all night, all day, basically since like 12 a.m. today. And it's like 11 a.m. So that's like 11 straight hours of just like non-stop. So,
Well, she's running good. I mean, you guys saw earlier, and then the diff. You know, we're gonna go give a drive. You know, give a road test, but bring you guys along and hope for the best.
all right, boys. So we got a diff swap. We got a head swap. We're gonna fire this thing up. This is actually the first time moving it. It just sounds happy. Other than the belt squeak.
All right, so just got her all back together.
Yeah.
Going for a first drive. New diff, new head.
It just feels even better in the parking lot, like with the diff.
Yeah.
Like just taking off.
Like taking off, yeah, it doesn't like as much of a workload.
Good. Feels really smooth. We are leaving the shop, and again, huge shout out to Fine Arc Fabrication. They do tons and tons of fab stuff here. Not necessarily car stuff, they do a lot of CNC stuff and like making jigs and like motor mounts for like crazy telescopes and just a lot of crazy stuff like that. So if you work for like a company and you need something like that manufactured, I would definitely say that these guys are you guys in Arizona. But Clayton and all the guys over there literally open their toolbox like we've known them our whole life. And absolutely just crazy what drifting has done. So we're gonna head back to the Airbnb and we have an early track day tomorrow with these guys, so I'm super stoked to actually drive with them. But we're gonna get going. Burn out some of this 90, and we're gonna get some fresh 100 octane tomorrow morning. But all right, guys. Well, I really appreciate you guys watching, and we will freaking see you tomorrow with another track day.